This area is one of the last areas on Lot 7 that's been cleared and we haven't detected.
Lead the way.
Metal detection expert Gary Drayton and Jack Begley arrive on Lot 7, just west of Lot 8.
This hasn't been farmed around here.
No.
So nothing's out of place. Everything should be in situ.
I love your enthusiasm, mate.
I'm psyched.
I'm ready to get stuck in this area as well.
In light of the potentially 500-year-old bunk hook that Gary and Marty Lagina recently found nearby.
All right, mate, let's get stuck in.
Let's find some artifacts,
Okay,
Gary.
mate.
The team hopes to unearth more important clues from the surrounding area that could help identify who may have visited this part of the island prior to the discovery of the money pit, and also if they left anything of value behind.
Woo-hoo.
Oh,
You've got a signal, mate.
nice.
Just there.
Mainly just roots.
Yep. Nice one, mate. We can't be very far away from it.
You're on it.
Yeah, I'm on it. Going for it. Wow.
Oh, you got it. What is that?
Check this out.
Oh,
Sweet. Musket ball.
I
Look at
love
that.
finding those.
Fantastic, mate. This is an oldie as well, by the look of it.
What time period's musket balls, Gary?
It's black powder weapons, so late 1500s all the way into the mid to late 1800s.
That could fit in with Portugal, too.
Well, we still haven't discovered how old that musket lock plate is that we recovered on
Just
Lot
nearby.
8. Yeah, so they could be connected.
A lead musket ball? Could it be related to the potential 16th century musket rifle flintlock that Gary and Marty Lagina found near this area 1 year ago? And might they both be related to the ancient bunk hook found on Lot 8 that was designed for hauling heavy cargo?
Each musket ball is its own little piece of art.
If so, could this musket ball have been fired in order to protect something of great value?
When I think of musket balls, we are in Canada, North America. I got to go back to colonial days on that. Mid to late 1700s.
Yeah.
Fantastic, man. I love them.
Yep.
See if it's got any friends in the area. Oh.
That's a nice
Yeah,
signal.
that's a nice signal, mate. Just there, mate. That's my best guesstimate. Put you on a rock.
Yeah.
That rock stopped whatever it is from sinking deeper. It's out, mate.
Sure there. Oh. Is it that? That's a rock.
Yeah, it looks like a rock, but is it? Because if this isn't a rock... Oh, wow. When I first saw it, because I was the same as you, it's a rock,
Yeah.
but it isn't. It's metal. And
And it's rectangular.
yeah, it's rectangular, and it's got some, like, little markings on it.
You think those are markings?
Yeah. I'd just be guessing what it is, but that shape, this could potentially be like an old coin. That's what it looks like to me, mate.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's how they were made. You get square ones, you get oblong ones, you get triangle ones. And I'm not sure yet whether it's copper or silver.
A possible coin and potentially made of silver? If so, could it be connected to the bunk hook that Gary and Marty recently found nearby on Lot 8? Or perhaps the evidence of precious metals that have been detected in the money pit?
I mean, look at that. Look how it goes down into a point there. It's just the irregularity of it. There's something special about this. Wow. I'm seeing a design on that, mate. But we don't have to speculate. All the finds go back to the lab, put them under the CT scanner, get those guys to tell us what metal it is. It's an interesting find, that is for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Great find, Gary.
Fantastic, mate. Good digging.
Bird. Hello. How are you? Well, you tell me how I'm gonna be after I find out what this is.
Rick Lagina, along with Jack Begley and Gary Drayton, join archaeologists Laird Niven and Emma Culligan in the Oak Island Interpretive Center.
Well, this is a little piece that Gary and Jack found on Lot 7.
Laird and Emma have spent the last several hours scanning the believed coin that was found 1 day ago on Lot 7 with the SkyScan 1273 CT scanner.
Can you show us the edge, Emma, please?
Yeah.
Right now, this is the CT scan. It's an interesting looking piece. The edges are strange.
It looks like whatever the metal is was cut with shears.
Just cut like this.
Looks like it could be something really special. I was hoping that it was some kind of coin.
I think you might find what Emma has to say a little more interesting.
Okay, that sounds great.
Emma, do you want to come up
Sure
and
thing.
tell them what you found?
Additionally, the artifact has been scanned with an X-ray fluorescent spectrometer, or XRF device, which can identify the types of elements and metals that make up an object's composition.
So what was really interesting about this is the actual material properties. This is the XRF analysis. So it's mainly copper, which wasn't too surprising. Then it had an extremely high tin content, which makes it bronze, along with a really high arsenic content, which makes it an arsenical bronze. And that stands out to me.
What would be the point of a metal mixture like this?
It increases their tensile strength, and it also reduces like flaking.
Yeah.
So anything with like a high arsenic content has a low vaporizing point that's lower than its melting point of other metals. So during like forging or casting, there'd be a lot of arsenic gas in the air, which would affect your nervous system. So there was this long period of just it phasing out, and because it is a phased out metal, it is not a modern metal by any means. 16th century onwards, it's non-existent.
They stopped making this
They
type of
stopped
metal in the
making it.
1500s?
Yes,
That is absolutely brilliant.
it is pretty old. Yeah.
The possible coin found on Lot 7, potentially predating the 16th century? If so, could it offer more evidence to support the beliefs of theorists like Scott Clark that the Knights Templar may have been behind the Oak Island mystery?
It was common for coins, but it was also used for swords, it was used for statues, but the shape, really reminiscent of a coin here.
Yeah, it is. I knew it.
It's quite exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Quite fascinating. It's time to get back out there and take a look, see what else we can find.
Yep, we can do that for sure.
Alrighty.
See you
See you later,
later.
guys.
See ya.
Thanks for the great news. I had a feeling about that.